Michigan football got a massive commitment today. Savion Hiter, the number 1 running back in the country, the number 9 overall player, regardless of positions, has committed to Michigan, and the future is looking bright. I mean, just think about a backfield next year with Bryce Underwood at quarterback, Savion Hiter, Jordan Marshall, and Justice Haynes as your 3 running back combo, triple header, whatever you want to call it. Michigan football has never been more back. You got the national championship in 2023. I am looking forward to winning another one, maybe this year, maybe 26 with Hiter, 27. It is looking bright. Michigan has really solidified the quarterback position, the running back position, the wide receiver position over the 25 and 26 class, and the future looks bright. Give me your one-word reaction down in the comments. One-word reaction to Savion Hiter, the nation's number 1 running back. Some have called him the next Adrian Peterson. I haven't called him that yet, but I'm not that far away. One recruiting service check gave him 7 stars. That's the JY365 and Upstart group on the recruiting scene. Give me a one-word reaction down in the comments. Mine is boom. What's yours, Jack? Give me one-word reaction.
Back.
He's got back. I've got boom. Let me have yours in the comments. Got a boom in the live chat from Hunter. Let's take a look at this class, okay? Let's take a look at the top commitments, the 4 and the 5 stars. Now, Michigan now has 2 5-star commitments. So you can have that for back-to-back classes, assuming these rankings don't change, assuming that neither of these players decide to deflect later on, which of course they won't. And that's back-to-back classes, right? Where Michigan has really struggled in the past decade to get many 5 stars. Rashawn Gary, Jabril Peppers, he had a couple other ones, J.J. McCarthy, but they haven't come, Will Johnson, they haven't come back-to-back with 2 in the same classes, really in a couple decades in the early 2000s. You got Andre Clark, Brady Smeagol, the quarterback potentially of the future, Malachi Lee, some others. You've got tackles, you've got safeties, corner, more on the defensive line, the offensive line. This class is deep with 4 and 5-star players. I expect it, when all is said and done, to be back in, to be finished in the top 5, just like Michigan was on that cusp of 5, 6, 7, depending on the recruiting ranking service, when is all said and done. And when the recruiting rankings update today, when the Rivals and the ESPN and the 24/7 Sports, when they all update their recruiting rankings here, I'm guessing in the next 30 to 60 minutes, probably by the time you're watching this, if you're watching later on after our live show, Michigan may be back up into the top 5. Take a look at now before, right? This is before. What? Oh, this is updated. Jack's got it updated. Look at him. Michigan has the number 4 recruiting class in the Big Ten. That seems a little sus. I think we're going to jump Ohio State, but we'll see how things shake out. So where does that put Michigan nationally, Jack? Have they updated that on the composite? Because Michigan still 4th in the Big Ten, right? USC has just been piling on commits. That's more of a volume play. Oregon's got some real top players. Ohio State as well, as they are right there. Michigan, the 10th best class in college football, as they haven't had a commit in, around a month or so for this 2026 class. Maybe one commit in the last 6 or 7 weeks since that flurry of commitments in the month of June and into July. Kind of round out the back half of the Big Ten. Michigan State, bums, 11th in the Big Ten. That's insane. That's terrible. It's embarrassing. How about Nebraska? Matt Rule, an NFL head coach, can't get more than 18th in the Big Ten, last in the conference. That is kind of embarrassing. So to recap here, Savion Hiter in a live press conference announcement from his high school. His superintendent spoke. His head football coach spoke. And the man himself spoke and said, very simple. It was probably the quickest one of all time, right? They gave him the mic, and he said, "I take my talents to Michigan." That's pretty much all he said. It was one sentence, then the crowd went wild. We went wild. You went wild in the live chat, and if you're watching this later on demand, go wild down in the comments. Subscribe, give us a like. Do all the things, right? Do all the things. I don't want to ask multiple things at once, but do all the things. Show some love. Comment, Hiter. Make sure you spell it correctly. Make sure you spell it correctly down in the comments. It's going to get weird next year, Jack. Michigan travels week 0, I guess it is, August 26, 2026, I think is the day, to Frankfurt, Germany. Opening season, they're going to have a player with the Hiter in the back. Hail to the victors. These Germans could get confused, could get messy. We can make some jokes about it now, but there. So comment Hiter down in the comments. We've got an insane deal for you, right? We always pull out the best deals for a Michigan football fan. I just ordered this bad boy myself. I love it. It is the Maize and Blue Jordan hoodie. Go to chatsports.com/hoodie sale. The link is in the live chat if you're watching live, or down in the comments and the description where we put it. Second paragraph of the description. Go click that link, chatsports.com/hoodie sale. Get this Michigan football coaches level hoodie from Jordan Brand. 50% off. 50% off right now. These sales don't last. Chatsports.com/hoodie sale. I saw 50% off. I said, we're putting it on the show. Ordered it myself, so we'll have it on the show here in a few days, or maybe into next week, hopefully by our live show that we will put out next week. Savion Hiter is the number 9 player in the 24/7 Sports composite rankings, kind of combining the rankings of all the different services. The new combined Rivals on 3 has him as a 5-star number 12 player overall. ESPN has him, so 24/7 Sports has a 5-star number 17 overall. ESPN is number 24 overall, which should fall into the 5-star category, but they kind of don't really build that out for whatever reason until you get closer to signing day, but the top 30 to 35 players typically are 5 stars by them. And the JY365, maybe the most respected recruiting service, a little newer one, if you're not familiar, 7-star running back, GOAT running back recruit, and that's according to the great folks at the JY365. What do the blog boys, the recruitniks, say about Savion Hiter? Ready to play mass. Have you seen the picture of him, Jack? Have you seen his biceps? I mean, I don't want to gush over a 17-year-old kid, but this kid's got biceps. He's built, they say, built like a brick shithouse. He's just built. He's stacked. He's got legs that are bigger than my waist. Effective inside and outside runner, quick to chart a course and charge forward, fast feet, and gets around tacklers in the backfield, breaks it outside, core strength, low pad level, speed. Makes it harder for defenders to get him on the ground, especially when he breaks through the first wave of obstacles. Now, some 24/7 Sports there, recruiting analysis, their scouting analysis on Savion Hiter. I like this picture. I think that's his dad, I'm guessing, but I'm not 100% sure. But this one went kind of viral when he visited Michigan, one of the times he visited Michigan. Looks like his dad's on the phone saying, Sherrone, we made a decision. Back up the Brinks truck. Call Larry Ellison. Let's get some of that Oracle money. Sell some Oracle stock. It's up 25% this year. And this one, right, went viral as well. That is none other than number 1 player in 2025, Michigan's presumptive starting quarterback, Bryce Underwood, showing the future, right? It's like J.J. McCarthy to Blake Corum, touchdown. Could that be a national championship backfield, Jack? In a year or two, could I be updating my office? I've got a McCarthy. I've got a Corum jersey frame from the Rose Bowl, which I attended in addition to the national title game. Could that be the next 2 running back quarterback combo that goes 25-0, as a combo like McCarthy, Blake Corum never lost a game. They started together 25-0. I want to ask you guys this question before we continue breaking down this Savion Hiter commitment to Michigan. Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel yet? As we just hit 35,000 subscribers during the Savion Hiter live stream announcement of his commitment to Michigan. Give me a Y down in the comment if you have. If you haven't, give me an N, but then change that to a Y shortly after when you hit that subscribe button. It's always youtube.com/Michigan TV. But subscribe because we took a little bit of a step back in 2024, but we are back in a lot of ways in this 2025 season as some of the things that are holding us back might be behind us, Jack. We might be fully back at this point. Savion Hiter, Bryce Underwood, I'm feeling motivated. I am feeling excited. Give me a Y or an N. Have you subscribe? Make sure you do if you haven't yet. Let's take a look at the future of this running back depth chart for Michigan. I am just gushing at what this backfield could look like in 2026. And even in 2027, right? Justice Haynes will be gone in 27. But if Jordan Marshall stays all 4 years, holy cow, you could have a running backfield in 26 with those 3 guys. Then you lose Haynes, and if Marshall returns for a senior year, you have a sophomore Savion Hiter and Jordan Marshall. Michigan had an embarrassment of riches over the last 4 years. You had Hassan Haskins and Blake Corum with Donovan Edwards as the freshman. Then you had Blake Corum with the Don, almost getting 1,000 yards as a sophomore. Corum and the Don with Clem Mullings making an impact. And last year, Mullings and the Don. You can continue that embarrassment of riches going forward. I like what they've got this year. I really like what they're going to have in 26 and 27 when they add Savion Hiter. I mean, I got to give some love to Tony Alford, right? He started recruiting Hiter well over a year ago, right? A year and a half ago when he was at Ohio State. Developed that relationship from way back there when Hiter was a sophomore, when he was a freshman. Continued it on when Michigan hired him as their running backs coach before the 2024 season. He did not loosen the grip on that. He kind of felt good for the past month, 2 months, and as Tennessee came through and they started pushing the envelope, promising things in NIL, promising playing time, Georgia and Ohio State made their best efforts to get the number one running back in the country. Tony Alford did not, falter. He did not, give up an inch to those schools, and he put a stamp on his time, his 14 games, 13 games, 8-5, 13 games he's been Michigan's running backs coach, 2 cycles in a lot of ways as the running backs coach in recruitment, and he has got the star that Michigan's going to need, I believe, to win a national championship with Bryce Underwood at the quarterback. You need to have running backs at the highest level. We've seen it with Michigan. We've seen it with Alabama. Running games win, and if you're just a passing team like Ohio State's been for many years, you run into a big-time defense like Ohio State, like Oregon did last year, they can falter, although the Buckeyes did put it together as a 2-loss team when they snuck into the playoffs as the 4th-place Big Ten teams. Think about this offense this year, right? Savion Hiter is not going to be on this team, excuse me, in 2025. But we know what this offense will look like in a lot of ways. It's going to be Bryce Underwood at the quarterback. It's going to be Jordan Marshall, Justice Haynes, Donovan McCulley, and a revamped offensive line. Will Michigan have a top 25 scoring offense this season? Before Hiter, just comment yes or no. Will Michigan have a top 25 scoring offense? I'm saying yes. I'm always an optimist for this team. So let me know down in the comments. It is the Michigan Football Report. Make sure you subscribe. We're going to be putting out a lot more content this season than we have in the past. So subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much to the 35,000 people who have already subscribed to the most watched Michigan football show for the last 5 years.